everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall at the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for our main event. 12 rounds, middleweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. Crawford's on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. He's on his way to the ring. You can see it in his eyes. You just know he's got that feeling tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Crawford. His adversary, Trinidad.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch him up.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. When we get a matchup like this with a power puncher against a real well-rounded, balanced fighter, are there times when you can see the power puncher almost begging the guy to make a brawl out of it, just trying anything, goading him on, trying to get that kind of a fight?
Yeah, if you're the boxer, that's exactly what makes you smile, because you know you're frustrating him.
Now you see the southpaw pulling the trigger with the straight left. Showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. And he ties up on the inside.
Keep moving.
A thunderous punch able to land to the head.
So he thought he was out of range. He wasn't.
So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning, because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Blood. A piercing uppercut by Crawford. A piercing hook to the head by Blood. Solid hook. Lands the counter. Red hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watching Hammer and Hank, the great Henry Armstrong. Never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
Not able to land the headshot. And he engages in the clinch. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Fires off the hook. Look at that. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day where we couldn't get any winners, at least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and light boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, the athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track or used up, of course, in the gym.
Look at this, another power punch able to land. We're early on in this fight. He's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a car waiting outside.
Able to place the right hand in there. Scores up top with a left.
Hey, get out of there.
Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Blood. Crawford's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Let it go, let it go.
Puts forth the hook, scores with it. Solid left hand to the head. Halfway through this round. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Oh, what a devastating hook by Crawford. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Non-stop energy from both guys in this round. The final minute is here. Crawford crushed by a huge uppercut. Crawford's proving to be elusive. And there he is scoring with the right hand. Gets rid of that body shot. Very accurate with the overhand right. Now, Teddy, are you a fan of this right here? It seems like he's going for broke right now, where shouldn't he just be worried about getting fully recovered from what just happened?
Yeah, well, that would mean that he's thinking right. He's not thinking right now.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Blood. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he's doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happens to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Blood. Targeting that straight left hand. A flush hook scores well for him. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Lumbering left hand puts him down. The question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Off the target by Blood. Carries that punch intended for the head. Right to the head with that right. Blocked by Blood. Crawford jacked by an uppercut. a score up top, but off the mark there. Crashes home with a hook. Gotta try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. A snapping hook by Crawford. Crawford tagged. Momentum solid. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
Crawford's now getting back up off the canvas. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Blocks that punch. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. What impact with that uppercut by Blood. That was a miss by Blood. And round 3 comes to an end. Blood's put more action to these first 3 rounds than we've seen in most 12-round fights. Your scorecard at the start of round number 4. Remember, they've traded knockdowns. He's up 2 rounds to 1.
And he's using that information, that experience very well. He understands where he could be vulnerable, but he understands also where he has to exploit the weaknesses of his opponent.
That was a fine block by Blood. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Crawford's recuperative abilities being tested to the limit here. Just 60 seconds to gather yourself after being knocked down in the last round.
Now, we talk about the fighter, but it's important right now for the corner, for the referee, for the doctor to know that he does have those kind of recuperative powers. So they give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the ref gives him a little more time than he gives somebody else.
Wow, no doubt about it, affected by that right hand. If I were him, I'd be hanging on a little bit here. Boy, he is shaky right there. He is on shaky ground in the ring right now. Crawford's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Boy, that worked out well with the uppercut. Good uppercut by Crawford. Halfway through this round here. A stinging uppercut by Blood. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. Boy, oh boy, that's tough to take. Pushing his opponent back. He's just looking for some room to connect again.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like George Foreman when he was in there with Joe Frazier, parrying him a little, pushing him to a distance where he can nail him.
Crawford's punch is far off the target. Blood's easily winning this fight just based on his hand and foot speed. He's getting in and out with ease.
And what his opponent needs to do is control range so he gets it down to where his opponent is shadow boxing. He's got fast hands, but it doesn't matter if you're not standing in front of him to use them. Right now, he's standing in the wrong place.
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Crawford's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Targeting a left hand to the body. Wow, what an uppercut.
Keep working the body.
Scored well with that straight left. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up in the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out of him a bit. He looks just so dejected now.
Yeah, you know, right now he's on the side of a mountain. You know, he's up on a cliff, and he needs a rope to get down. So that's what you got to do, Joe. You don't look and say, hey, he's up on a cliff. We know that. Give him a rope. Give him advice to get down.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Wow. Ruined in one instance. Just done. Fight over. Teddy, not long ago when we put up your scorecard on the screen, I noticed somebody from his corner looking up at the big Jumbotron here in the arena. They knew he was losing this fight.
Yeah, but that's smart use of information. They got it to him, they let him know, and they got the results they wanted, they needed.
The result, a knockout victory. That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.